What is up, guys? I know you can barely see me, so I'm gonna turn off this video cam for today just because I don't feel like turning on these lights. It's very blinding. So, alright, cool. Should be. Okay, so here we're still at 9 o'clock, right? But market volatility is very low. I mean, look at that. Not too sure why, it just is. But something I wanted to go over is the fact that our strategy behaves very much the same way. There's two trades that came into mind, which was you have this consolidation. Look at those highs. You have a little bit of a break, but then you get the consistency again. But then you get the actual break right here, and so we know that with it being like that, overall trend would be down. And that setup is actually right here. You have the swing high first entry, second entry, and you would buy right there, and you get the scalp. I believe you would get the scalp. Let's double check. Pretty sure. So right here, swing high first entry, 75 low, 2, 4. Oh no, wait, 2, 4, 6, 7, and 2 ticks. Yeah, just about. And even if you didn't, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, you can step out. Yeah. So actually, either way, that actually works out to say, oh, overall trend is still up. So then you would sell at a non-avi, and you definitely still get it. We said 7, so your stop would be 3 points out from here. So that's 2, 3. That's 3 right here, and then plus the 2 ticks that didn't add up. So yeah, you wouldn't get stopped out. You would have got the scalp on that one. Being kind of crazy, but either one actually works. Then the other one I noticed was this swing high. Overall trend is up, but you have this staircase high. Notice that it's that build up staircase high. You have to spike out of there, and you want to continue that FOMO. It's just one. It's two big moves here. You have the big move, the correction, and another move. So it doesn't necessarily need a massive. This guy doesn't need a correction. You just have those highs that you break out of, and it's a clear high on the minute chart. So you want to continue that, and you just buy right there. So actually, what we're gonna do is sim trade today, up until at least 10 o'clock, like we normally do. Just because I have no idea if this is gonna behave the same way, but so far it does, so, which is kind of cool. So maybe we can actually trade with actual money. Well, we'll take the first trade as a sim trade. You know, we're already pretty down, man. Let's go ahead and just trade it, right? With actual money. Let's see. Let's look for another trade. Swing low, first entry, second entry. Of course, you want to continue that. So that's with FOMO. So you buy right there, and I'm most positively sure you get the scalp. Yeah. So that's the one I'd probably end up taking instead of the swing high first entry, just because that low was created first, so I'd be focused on that. Then we got a swing low here, first entry. Overall trend is just up now, so which means let's make sure. Yep, we want to go for a sell here. Let's go ahead and give that a shot. Market volatilities is very low, so that's why I'm okay with trading at this time now. This is definitely behaving more like a 7 a.m. but or 10 a.m. Even 10 a.m. is more volatile than this, or it used to be at least. Yeah. You have the consolidation, but the market kid just keeps making those gaps on the high end there. Let's pull out a bit. We have these highs that we're hitting. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, kind of hitting these highs. So this could be an overall downtrend, but we only tested it once. But I noticed that even yesterday we had that hidden high, but when we treated it like a high on the following trade, to treat it as a spike, since we spiked on out of there, it didn't work out. So we're not going to count this one. We're going to say these highs are not as important. Because we're only testing it once, that's why. It hasn't been tested in a long time. It's a little difficult to tell. Let's see what it looks like on a 5-minute chart. So we have these highs, and we're just barely breaking out of there. Tested it here. Now it's being tested a little bit higher up here. Could it potentially have FOMO? We have said in the past that if it's hidden, the more hidden it is, the more effective it is. And in this case, it's very hidden, which means how further back it is. So this could be potential FOMO. But of course, we'll take a look here. Because this happened yesterday too. The buy here was the best option. Let's see if we can actually rewind to it. It should be right in here somewhere. So right here you have this high, and we break out of there just at 10:13, and then you want to treat that. Well, if you treated that with FOMO, you would have got the scalp. Actually, no, you don't. Do you? Treat it with FOMO, swing left first entry. You would have bought right there. I remember buying this and then getting stopped out, but apparently it's. You don't get stopped out. Swing left first entry, you would have bought right here. Wait, why did I get stopped out on the playback? Huh. Okay, so then that means this one we get stopped out. For some reason, I saw that this was I did a playback of this and we got stopped out. Oh, I think it was this one. Yeah. So you had the spike on out of there, and then I tried to continue it because there's no like something here, whatever. Swing high first entry, second entry. And I tried buying, and we were in it. We had stopped out, but I remember actually. Yeah, you would have got stopped out there. Maybe it had something to do with that little congestion in there. Where do we break out? Yeah, we break out just about here. So maybe that was a pretty significant high. I don't know. Let's find out together right here. Let's go back here. Alright, we're still in this trade. If we get this scalp, I think it's safe to trade with actual money. Okay, which is alright. Cool. Nice. Overall trend could potentially be down now though. That's the iffy part. Let's do one more sim trade and then we'll switch to the live account. So we're in these highs. We did surpass it a tiny bit. So okay. There's the one ticker. We got triggered. Or if you were buying, you would have got triggered. But of course, it's I would say it's pretty much still an uptrend just based on the minute chart. You can see it's just a massive move up. So I'd go for the sell here, and probably a non-obvious just because it's a big move compared from this move. Okay. Looks like it was overall downtrend because of those highs. Since we bounced off here. So yeah, the buy was the best option. So it is a rangy kind of day. So since we bounced off these highs up here, that pushed the market down, and I treated it as an overall downtrend just because of these highs. That's just the only reason that would be a downtrend, as you can see right here. Yeah. Let's see if I just double click this real quick. There's the minute chart. And as you can see, we hit that high right here. And we bounced off it just like that. And it looks like we're testing it again, so that could have been an overall downtrend. So buying right here is actually the best option. I would still say it's invalid, but since it's super early, it could potentially hold a lot of weight. We'll find out right now, of course. We have seen that before, and actually that happened yesterday, like I showed you. So it is very possible. Alrighty. This is only a sim trade, so I might pause it. Alright. So it does look like it becomes an overall downtrend just because we bounced off of it and kind of like do a double test there, or even a triple test. But yeah, that big move down was an indication that it was overall downtrend coming off those huge highs. So let's go ahead and write this in our notes because that happened a little bit too many times for us to ignore it. So yeah. Alright, looks like another setup. Swing low first entry, second entry, swing high first entry, second entry. Let's go ahead and take something on the sim, of course. Still writing in my notes, so I'm not super focused. We just broke out of there. But since this is a range day, this could still mean overall downtrend since we're just pushing up a tiny bit, but we have been on a strong trend up. So I'm going to treat this overall trend up, and we're going to go for one ticker. Alright, we're in the trade. Did a one ticker. Ooh, interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and type this out. Then the hidden high slash low range day is just a low in the overnight. It's just a low slash high slash low. Wait. They want to make these bullet points actually. I think so because you have this strong uptrend here. Reason being is because traders will use that as their secret to pick tops. I think so because since you've been in a strong uptrend even since 8:30, people are looking for the opportunity to pick that high, and so it would be right here. So you can imagine people actually using this level, and yeah. So we sold because we just treated it like an overall uptrend. We did pass it, but we already passed it the first time here. We broke out of there, and then we already did the pullback. Let's see where that very high is. Yep, we passed it right there. That two-legged pullback. We got another move up. Buying here is what you want to do because it's overall trend down. And you got to swing up first entry, second entry. Here you would probably buy at a non-obvious to try and continue this, even though you did break out of this. Yeah, but yeah, you can. Buy at a non-obvi here. Or we sold here for some. Why did we sell? Oh, because we broke out of here and then just keep making those higher highs. Yeah, so since we broke out of there, swing high first entry, second entry, buying there because overall trend is down, then swing low first entry, second entry, I think selling here after that push up. But it doesn't look like you could stop that. Actually, it looks like you might have gotten the, actually you'd be in the same exact trade that we are in right now if you would have sold there. Just one tick difference. Yeah. Yeah, stop that. Interesting. Let's take a look at this day. So we're hitting this level of resistance. We took a sell, we got stopped out there. Then we got a swing high first entry, second entry. It could be the continuation of this spike here. That would be the best explanation. Unless the overall trend is still down since we're hitting these highs here. No, we are definitely not. Let's take a second look at this. So we have first entry, second entry. Overall trend is down at this point. We hit the highs here. We bounce off there. That becomes swing low, first entry, second entry. So I guess continuation of this spike. This could be kind of as a test. If we take a look here, could be a 1, 2, 3 test rejection. Then yeah, that's what it could be. So even though you did pass a little bit, since it's range state, even though you passed a little bit, you still kind of is valid. So it's a little push, but then a good confirmation overall trend down. So you go for the buy. Then you get the spike out of there. It's been a while since we traded a range day, to be honest. So we get the spike out and out of there. We have out of those highs. Want to continue that. So you go for the one tick buy. And looks like you would have probably, yeah, you would get it right there. You got it pretty close over here. Let's see what the one tick buy gets stopped out at home. Where our entrance would be 75 low. So 2, 4, 6. Yeah, we would not get stopped out. Good to know. And swing low first entry, second entry. I would sell here, to be honest, because now you're kind of done with the spike on out of there. So I'd go for the sell right here. Let's try if it will come back for us. Oh wait, overall trend could be up. You have that rising congestion. Wait, that would mean overall trend would be down, right? Yeah, but then you push on higher, so overall trend is actually up. Even if it's rising congestion, yeah, overall trend should be up here. We could potentially go for a one ticker, but there's a lot of resistance there. Yeah, go for non-obvious. We're not getting too much resistance. Let's do one ticker. Massive push down. We have been on a strong uptrend all day. Let's take a live trade, shall we? Do we want to take a live trade? Alright, we're already in the trade nonetheless. Alright, man, we've been in this trade for a while. It's gonna be a long video. It's already 23 minutes. Maybe we'll make a separate video for when 10 o'clock hits. Ooh, massive push down. Alright, if we created a note around 9 a.m. already, then there has to be indication that we are actually trading 9 a.m. That we should be trading live, actually. Alright, well, let's take a better look at our trade here. If we went for a sell, a non-obvious, it looks like we still wouldn't have gotten it. So our scalps are just so massive for how slow the market moves, but we want to be right about the overall move, I guess you could say. Yeah. I think once we start to break up in this direction, or especially if we break below in this direction, we're going to get a little bit more volatility. Yeah. Let's see what the NASDAQ looks like. Oh, hello. Yeah, no, that's different. I thought it was a lot more volatile, but doesn't look like it. Oh, yeah. Alright, so it looks like it was still an overall uptrend there. Even with that push down, that makes sense because we didn't hit any level of resistance. Yeah, we didn't hit any level of resistance there. There would be no reason to declare an overall downtrend. And plus, we have the overall uptrend to be with that what is it called, strong trending day. You got the pushes up there. You could probably even sell right there if you wanted to. But yeah, it's behaving kind of normal. We're just doing a pretty bad job at reading. So I'm gonna take a small little break, and then when 10 o'clock hits, I guess we'll start trading live, and that'll be the next video, since this is already a 30-minute video. No, you know what? We'll stick with an hour video. Let's do an hour video. Maybe it won't be too long. No, you know, this is the end. I'm gonna show my face in the live one, and I feel a little bit better. You can probably still not see me. Somewhat. Anything you can do about that? No. All right. Okay. Peace out.